Hello and welcome back to A Quaint Life. This morning I have some time to be in the garden and I'm going to be planting some new herbs and filling in bare spots around the garden. At the garden center I found this pretty pot and I thought I'd grab another rosemary plant. Now I love rosemary so much and for whatever reason it seems not to like me very much, but I still keep trying, so if you have any tips for how to keep rosemary particularly in a pot, I'd love to hear them. You can leave them in the comments below and I would really appreciate them. Being in California, we are able to grow a variety of vegetables, and so far I love herbs and flowers and tomatoes. Cucumbers and squash are probably my top priority every garden season. I do add in a few eggplants and potatoes when I have room, but for the most part those are my primary things I like to grow. I've only been gardening now for about 3 years, and so far each year the garden has been very different. As each season goes, my plans for it seem to change as the garden does. I might have abundance one day and then I'm outside pulling out a dead plant the next. So even on the frustrating days though, I do love to be in my garden. It's the calmest space in the house, if this counts as part of the house. It seems like no matter what sort of day I'm having, coming out here lifts my mood. I spent most of the morning in the garden and it's time to make some lunch. For today, we are having a simple salad and a charcuterie style board to pick at. As you might know already, I try not to use my stove on hot days during the summer because my kitchen is somewhat small and it gets pretty hot in here. So whenever I can, I make meals like this. And these boards are great for a quick lunch or a quick meal. Now that I am all cleaned up from the garden, lunch is done and put away, I have some work to do. I'm working on a new recipe for the blog, which I should be able to share with you in the coming weeks. It is for an orange yogurt cake, and when I create recipes, I have to test them several times to make sure I have all the measurements right, and I'm hoping I'm making this for the last and final time before being able to share it with you. It came out exactly as I had hoped, and nice and moist with the perfect amount of orange flavor, so look out for the recipe for this cake in the coming weeks. It really does make a perfect light dessert or a cake for an afternoon tea. And now it's back out to the garden to grab some things for dinner. I'm going to be making fish and salad for dinner tonight, and this is definitely my favorite part of gardening, coming out here to grab things for meals. I'm going to be grabbing some tomatoes, I have some cucumbers, and a little kale to throw in the salad as well. To go with our fish and salad, I'm going to make some crispy oven fries, which I will share the recipe with you in the description box below. They make the perfect crispy French fries without having to fry anything. For the fish, I use several cloves of garlic that I infuse into a bowl of olive oil, and I like to slice lemons to stuff them in the fish with the garlic, the olive oil, salt, pepper, and then I pop the fish into the oven to roast for about 25 minutes or so. My daughter always asks me to buy the fish with the head still on, and it is something I've had to get used to cooking, but I find it's actually quite easy to do. I think I mostly just had to get over the fact that it still has its head. Tonight we have a bit of a breeze outside, and I thought it would be nice to eat out there. So I'm going to set the table with a few flowers and a crisp white tablecloth to get the feeling that we are at an oceanside restaurant, even at home. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Have a great week ahead, and I will see you on the next one.